Hey, Kirsten and Alicia, it's Doug. Just sending you some stories about your dad. Um, I'm at work now, so I'm trying to do this in my office back here. But, I've known your dad since he was about 5 years old, or since I was about 5 years old. He would have been a teenager at the time. I remember seeing pictures when I was little of me sitting by him at Christmas time. He was over at my grandma and grandpa's house because he was good friends with my uncle, which my dad's quite a bit older than my uncle, so that's why we were still seeing him when he was a kid and I was a kid. But anyways, our story pretty much begins more in the future when we started working together at Jim Arps. I had been working there for about a year, and then your dad moved up from Houston when your parents got divorced, and your mom moved back up here and all that. And we started working together. So since I had been working there for about a year, I was kind of the one to show him the ropes and show him how we did things, and where this was and where that was, and how to sell cars and this and that. And he was just picked it up right away, like he'd been doing it his whole life. Uh, we would go eat lunch together, go out together on nights during the week, during the weekends. Spent all kinds of time together. Uh, Probably the best thing, I always remember about Kevin is he'd help you any way he could, anytime, no matter what the situation was. If that was helping you with a car deal, if that was helping you, at the time when we were working together, I was pretty young. I was in my early 20s, and I'd have some not so good months, and he would loan me some money to get me through to the next month, and I'd pay him back when I had a good month. He was just always there for you whenever you needed him. But Kevin was definitely the life of the party. Our big night to go out was on Wednesdays. It'd be me, Dooley, Nutsy, Jersey, Tree. Of course, everybody had a nickname. Of course, your dad's was Crime Wave, but I'll let somebody else tell you how he got that nickname. Maybe your mom would be a good one to tell that one. But anyways, just always had a good time. One story that just really sticks out in my mind when he first started working there was we went to lunch, and golden tea was kind of the new thing back then. And he played golden tea, I guess, down in Texas. And he said, "Hey, do you want to play golden tea?" And I said, "Sure." I said, "Normally when I play for a little money, knowing that your dad likes to gamble a little." And he says, "Sure, how does $5 a stroke sound?" And I thought, I'm pretty good at this game. He could owe me $50 or $60 at the end. And I said, "I don't know if you want to go for that much. I could beat you pretty bad." He says, "No, I'm really good at this game." We played 18 holes, and after 9, he'd already owed me $50, and he quit and said, "How about I just buy you lunch instead?" So we didn't bet on golden tea anymore after that. But we always had a good time, always went out and always had lots of fun. We lived together a couple different times. He moved down after ARP sold out. We opened our first dealership down in Auburn. He moved down there. Kirsten broke her leg trying to shave for the first time upstairs, had to run her to the hospital. And uh, I'm sure, Kirsten, you remember you always had your favorite place to get ice cream down there. So I definitely have all those memories. And then once he moved back to Omaha, he said Auburn was just too slow paced for him. Once he got his house in Omaha, then I always paid him a couple $100 a month and always had a bedroom for me to stay at up there. So that was always kind of cool too. The other thing, I remember probably towards the end of your dad being alive was after he got sick. And I would always, by that time, he had moved into an apartment. And still the same thing. He got a 2 or 3 bedroom apartment. I can't remember. And he said, "Hey, Doug, I still got a room for you." So I was still paying him the same $200 or $300 a month. And staying up there, a couple weekends a month or something. I'd come up when I got off work Saturday at 3. I'd be up there by 4 or 5. And then I was either going out with Kevin or I was going out with Charlie or Clint or Clay, all of them seemed like for something. So, anyways, when kind of always remember sitting in those two brown recliners on Sunday morning, both of us kind of healing up from the night before. And then Granny would come over and make us breakfast. And I thought that was pretty special. And I did find out later that she did that all the time for Kevin. I always thought she was doing it for me and him when I was up there because nobody really told me. But uh, there towards the end, I remember the last time I saw him, we were sitting in those two recliners, and your dad said, "Hey, if something happens to me," he told Granny, he said, "Granny, I want Doug to get these recliners." Well, I he died, I believe, the Thursday after that, and I knew it wasn't looking very good. And I tried to take him to the hospital, and he knew he was going to the doctor on Monday, and he just wanted one, I think, last day at home watching football and whatever. But like I said, of course, he passed on later that week, and I didn't get the recliners then, but then 10 years later, Alicia calls me and said, "Hey, would you be interested in one of Dad's chairs?" And I said, "Are you talking about the brown recliner?" And she said, "Yeah." And I told her that story, and she had never heard it. She said it's been sitting in storage, didn't have nowhere to do with it. Um, I got that recliner from Alicia back then, and I still to this day sit in it every day. I usually am sitting in it when I'm reading my kids' books or something before bedtime. I've fallen asleep in it many times, but I can't sit in that chair and not think about me and Kevin and think about those times in his apartment and his house and, sitting in those recliners. So, Alicia, thank you for giving me that recliner. It's a very good memory for me sitting in that recliner. Um, Obviously, this video is a little long. I've got a YouTube page. I'll load it up on there, and you guys can see it, and I'll give you the link. If you guys need anything else, give me a call anytime. I always stay in contact with you guys pretty well. Going to be up in Omaha December 19th. You guys are more welcome to come up. I sent you guys those invites. Sounds like Kirsten's going to be a little busy with her new job running the bar at that new beer place. Sorry, I can't remember the name of it. But anyways, 13 years seems like yesterday and seems like forever ago, all in the same sentence. We'll see you when you see you, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.